Democrats advanced bills addressing small business relief, housing assistance, and hospital funding today. Denver 7 political reporter Megan Lopez joins us live outside the Capitol. It's moving pretty quickly, Megan. Everything going exactly as planned, right?
Yeah, that's right, Shannon. It really depends on who you ask that question to, right? For Democrats, those 8 priority bills that we've been talking about for the past few days, they're moving right along through the legislative process. The Republican introduced bills, not so much. Still, the Republicans I spoke with said that they held their noses and reluctantly voted for those Democrat priority bills because at least it means some relief, even if they don't agree with all of it.
We are moving through the second day of our extraordinary session.
For an extraordinary session during an unpredictable pandemic,
Tell us about your bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
there have been very few surprises. 8 Democrat priority bills for things like housing and utility assistance, small business relief, and broadband access
We should be really proud to have this on our slate of bills.
are moving right along through the legislative process.
For the most part, everything's been sort of moving forward as planned.
Many Republicans reluctantly voted for them, but argued over the fine print, like a line in Senate Bill 1.
Nothing short of vindictive provision in Senate Bill 1 that said if you lived in a county that didn't comply with the public health orders, then you're not eligible for the program.
Or another calling for $1.8 million in administrative fees. Even a few non-priority bills are moving forward, like one allowing local governments to restrict food delivery fees.
Currently is the law.
Meanwhile, the dozens of GOP-sponsored bills
That bill fails on a vote of 3 to 4.
were killed, causing Republicans to say this session was over before it started.
The deal was already baked, it was already cooked, it was already done when we got here.
The governor and his party orchestrated this set of bills that we're going to pass.
Democrats argue they've been working on these bills for weeks, and
The ones that have not moved forward for rightful reasons. They were not ready.
You can't just hope that you're not going to include the majority party and that somehow these bills are just going to pass.
but Representative Garnett admitted there's a few that show promise, like a bill to allow employees who receive tips to not have to pay taxes on them for a bit. They may be reintroduced next session.
There is anyone in the audience who wishes to testify.
As for this special session, how it's going depends on who you ask.
I'm proud so far of how this extraordinary session is shaped up.
I think it's just a publicity stunt at this point because we're not doing anything that's truly going to help people.
So the Senate has adjourned for the night. The House is still going on. At last check, they were in second readings for some of those Democrat priority bills. Republicans have introduced or continuing to introduce a number of amendments, but almost all of them are being shot down at this point. I'm live at the Colorado State Capitol. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.